back at it. Smoking Scotty expensive, it tastes like some rest in it. The bug got the rock and the sleep at the top in the house at it. 2X just for the tank top, pathetic. Back at it, yeah, back at it. Yeah, match the ball up and I gave him the drip, let him go on. Yeah, and this is the thanks that I get, you tell me who wrong. Gotta go now, I can't prolong. I'm out of space in the ozone. In the spaceship, let it float on. Can't stop me now, I'm ready, hold on. Double out truck in this black, yeah. Load them up, get them intact, yeah. I'm flying like the black like a bat, yeah. You really could part in my back, damn. Add up the numbers and math, yeah. I heard all your stories, this cap, yeah. Jump out to that boy with a right jab. I bet he didn't know we was right there. I heard a few shots, that's a hot pep. It's gonna be a whole nother sound. I promise that I can come straight to town, cause I ain't got no hate, told you town. Then they won't see me walk with my head down. Think it's funny, I ain't playing around. Made my bed, but I ain't about to lay it down. If I pull up, I'm tearing it down. Back at it. Back at it. Smoking Scotty expensive, it tastes like some rest in it. The bug got the rock and the sleep.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back to Ramily Only, and I got a very special guest joining me on the show today. I got my guy IP, the point guard for our basketball team. IP, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Can't complain. So IP, unfortunately, last season you suffered a season-ending wrist injury. So how's the wrist doing leading up to the opening of the season?
My wrist doing good. I rehabbed it all summer. In Greenville, I was driving up there probably like 2 to 3 a week. And I feel like it progressed pretty good, and I'm ready for the season.
Good, good. So, when did you start playing basketball? At what age did you start playing?
I started playing basketball at 6 years old.
All right. Was there anybody that you like tried to model your game after?
Uh, nah, I ain't really trying to model my game after because it was like in the beginning, it was like I was good, but I wasn't really good. Like everybody else was like more advanced than me, so it was just like I was just a dude that just played defense and like passed the ball. So like, I got better. I got better as like I got older. So I ain't really try to model my game after nobody.
Yeah, I got you. So, I know you decided on Winston State. So, how did you make your decision to pick Winston State?
Um, what came down to it is that Coach Hill and they seen a lot of things from my future that other schools just didn't really talk about. What they had planned for me and the program, just where they thought that we could go together.
Love it. I love it. So this season, Coach Hill added 11 new guys. So, how long did it take y'all to jail and practice?
Um, I don't feel like it took that long. Guys just needed to get to know each other. So like the first day that everybody got on camp together, we just made sure that we went and hooped and we played together as a team. So I mean, I feel like it's coming together really well. We just got to get everybody on the same page.
Gotcha. I love it. So, IP, what was that feeling like for you during Ram Madness when you got your ring, and you know that joy of finally getting that ring after everything y'all went through to get that ring?
Um, it was mixed emotions a little bit. Um, I was happy at the end of the day we won, but it kind of felt like I still want to go back and just be there on the court and win with my teammates.
Definitely can understand that. So this year, Coach Hill has loaded y'all's non-conference schedule up. So, how much are you looking forward to playing some of the best teams in Division Two in your non-conference schedule?
I'm excited, man. We was talking about it all summer that we had one of the like toughest D2 schedules in the nation, and we don't even have an exhibition game this year. It's like all D2 games, and I'm just ready to play. Honestly, I feel like everybody ready to play. We've been going hard in practice.
Yes, sir. I love it. So during CIAA Media Day, you guys were picked fourth. So do you think that'll give y'all some extra motivation and extra juice once we get rolling into conference play?
Um, I guess I mean I don't know. There ain't really much you can say about that. People gonna think when they want to think. At the end of the day, we won last year. We back again. So, I mean, everybody going to want to beat us anyway. So, like, the target already on our back. I mean, them putting us fourth ain't really made me feel no difference.
I got you. But I was like, the defending champs can't get no love. Fourth place, good
Hey,
gracious.
hey, that's just extra motivation, man.
So, also part of CIAA Media Day, you were named to the All CIAA Backcourt preseason team, and Jalen Austin was named to the All CIAA Frontcourt team. So, what makes Jalen such a special player to you?
Jalen is a dog, man. He just goes out and get it. Whether it's defensively, offensively, he just do the little stuff.
Yes, sir, I love it. So, what are your individual goals for this season and the team goals as well?
My team goals for the season. I expect us to be back in the same spot we were last year, competing for CIAA championship and playing in the NCAA tournament and trying to make it further than we did last year. My individual goals just to keep getting better every day in practice and keep doing what the coaches want me to do.
Yes, sir, I love it. So, I know you mentioned it earlier. So, how much are you looking forward to getting this team back to the NCAA tournament and helping them go further than they did last year? Because I feel like if they had you, things would have been a lot different last year.
Yeah, I'm really excited about getting back to the NCAA tournament, but obviously the CIAA is first. But I don't know, just watching that game, like we only lost by 1 point. You know what I'm saying? So like it can be done. You just gotta execute things differently and just be ready for the opportunity.
Yes, sir. Are there any games on the schedule that you got circled that you're just looking forward to? I can't wait to play certain opponents, or
Virginia Union.
oh yeah, for sure, because that's the game. Unfortunately, you got hurt in. So that'll be February 17th, if I'm not mistaken, right? And y'all have a
Yeah,
chance
we
to.
might see them in Connecticut. Yeah,
Oh yeah, in Connecticut, because if they win their game and y'all win your game, y'all can match up in the championship game. So, uh,
yes, sir.
how much are you looking forward to? That outcome being different from the last time when y'all played in Connecticut. If y'all do meet up.
Yeah, freshman year, we made it to the championship. We lost. I didn't really play that much, but I just feel like it was a learning experience for me just to take advantage of the opportunity that you give me. Stuff like that don't come around a long time. So I feel like we'll be ready as a team this year and locked in and focused.
Yes, sir. I love it. And to close out, you guys are gonna open up in the Earl Lloyd Classic this weekend. So, what do you think it's gonna take for y'all to go 2-0 this weekend?
Um, just to keep doing the things that the coaches are saying. Defensively, that's our identity. I feel like we can be one of the best defensive teams in the league. I feel like we really deep. So we just got to stay together. When the team goes on the run, we got to be able to handle that. That's really all it is.
Yes, sir. I love it. So, IP, I want to wish y'all good luck this weekend. I know y'all are gonna represent, and good luck this season, man. I appreciate you joining the show, man.
Appreciate you.
Hey, I'm the one that you was wishing for when you was married. That tail wasn't much of a fairy. Christmas it wasn't that merry. You a trophy to me like the Larry. Hey, I'm the one that you was wishing for. Hey, I'm the one that you were wishing for. In Miami, in the aisles with me like they just put my ass in Gryffindor. Mouth dry over 20 that I never bothered getting no prescription for. Steve saying that you miss me and I won't say it to you, but I miss you more. Said we got each other back and then you put the knife in it like the kitchen drawer. Way I'm feeling on this album really took it easy on you, could've written more. If the shoe was on the other foot and it was me, it would've been guerrilla war. Since you know I got a soft spot for you, this is turning to a civil war. Artists hitting on your brokers, I swear to probably live in Singapore. The athlete that you're rolling with, I saw his game last night, he didn't score. I gotta say a little more. Show you spots you never been before. Stuff that we was going once and now you're going twice like a bidding war. Why you act like just cause I go to the strip club, girl, that I don't love you? You still listening to R. Kelly and the whip, baby girl, and I don't judge you. I'ma end it and let the 40B play before I snap. And booby trap throwing more bills than your baby daddy trap.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back to Ramily, and I got a very special guest on the show today. I got the GOAT, Amaya Tucker, on the show from the Lady Rams basketball team, our point guard. Amaya, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing good. Amaya, so we were talking about it before the show, so
Hmm.
let's go ahead and talk about it for the audience. So yesterday, First Take was in the building on Winston State's campus, and you kind of went viral yesterday. uh,
Yeah,
as Stephen A was going through between the men's and the women's team, and just talk about why you had that reaction at the end, as Stephen A was making his way through.
man. So he's going through. He's giving, going back and forth between the men and the women's basketball team. Giving fist bumps. And I was ready. I'm like, okay, yeah, bet. You better give me a little fist bump. So he walking through, and of course I'm at the end. Next to cheerleaders, and I had my hand out, and he just missed it, and I just turned to my assistant coach, and we just started laughing. The whole time I'm thinking, I'm like, I hope they did not get this on camera. We're live. It's going to be on TV, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be so embarrassing. And then next thing you know, I'm getting DMs from people on Instagram, getting stuff on Twitter, and I'm like, at this point, everybody's done seen it, so it's out there. But yeah, it was just really funny. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like it's on TV. I know everybody that's seen my hand out there, and he missed it, and I just turned. I'm like, gotta give myself an imaginary little dap up. But other than that, it was great having him there. Just giving that exposure to Winston and stuff. So yeah, it was really cool.
For sure. And if people aren't familiar, First Take is a popular sports debate show that's seen by millions on a daily basis, Monday through Friday. So for Stephen A to come home and give Winston State that exposure, that was huge. And it got announced that our men's basketball team, they're going to get to be a part of All-Star Weekend. So that's going to be dope. They're going
Yeah,
to play Virginia Union All-Star Saturday at 2 p.m. So if y'all can make the trip to Indy, that'll be huge for the fellas, because I'm just happy they get that exposure as well on such a big stage. Um,
definitely.
so Amaya, let's go ahead and do an introduction to start out. So when did you start playing basketball?
I started playing basketball when I was very little. I'm not sure like the exact age. I usually tell people at least like maybe 5 years old. Just grew up playing with my older brother Chris. My dad, friends around the neighborhood and stuff. But yeah, I just know I was really young.
Okay, gotcha. Was there anybody that tried to model your game after when you were growing up?
I would say Chris Paul. He was my favorite player growing up. Just his ability to, facilitate and, get his teammates the ball and stuff. Growing up, I wasn't always, a scorer. I always used to pass first. I was always a pass first guard, just trying to get my teammates open looks and getting them opportunities to score. And then just, the way that he carries himself off the court. Of course, with him being, from Winston, I was like, oh yeah, I definitely like him, so um definitely Chris Paul. He was definitely my favorite growing up. So yeah.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. So I know when you were at Reagan in high school, you were just a phenomenal bucket. I was shocked when you decided to commit to Winston State. So how did you decide on that decision to stay home and play for your hometown team, Winston State?
So people ask me this question all the time. And I'm very open. I'm honest with them, and even Coach Lamont knows this as well. But Winston was definitely not my first choice. I did not want to go to Winston just because I'm from Winston. It's
Mhm.
about 20 minutes, from the crib. But at first, I did decide to go to a school in South Carolina, and then I changed my mind. I was like, I want to go to HBCU. So that was really important for me. Um, I did have like, three options. I had North Carolina Central, A&T, and if those didn't work, Winston was just going to be, my last option. I didn't want to be, too far from home, but those were like some of the HBCUs that, showed interest in me. But when things didn't work out with those two schools, Coach Amaya hit me up about coming on a visit and whatnot, and I came, and that was actually my first time being on Winston's campus, which is crazy. I'm from Winston. I never went to a basketball game or a football game, anything like that. No homecoming events. So just getting on camp and just getting a vibe from the school and what it has to offer. I really enjoyed it, and then after that, I was like, yeah, I definitely want to go to Winston.
Well, we're definitely glad that you decided to pick Winston State because I definitely think you're going to go down as one of the greatest basketball players that we've ever had in school history for sure. So last year, the Lady Rams, y'all had the best season we've had since 2011, 2012. So how do you guys plan to, follow up on that successful season y'all had last year? Because the previous 2 years, y'all got riddled with injuries. And last year, I think if we didn't, lose all our bigs, I think we probably would have
Yeah.
went further than we did. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, definitely. I would say, with the returners that we have this year, we have a lot of upperclassmen and whatnot. And then of course, like with the transfers, even, the freshmen coming in. So I think we do have a nice squad. It is good to have, more post players this year. I think that's kind of like one of the main things that we struggle with past years, not having post players and just not even having, a full team. And when it comes to the end of the season, you have people that's hurt and whatnot. But just pretty much making sure that we're staying healthy. We do have a great roster of practice players that come in and help us, every day in practice and just help us get better. So I definitely see the growth and just the growth within the team and whatnot. But yeah, definitely. I think we're just still building, just still working on the little things as the season approaches. So yeah.
Definitely, I love it. I think this is going to be the season that y'all finally break through and win that
Definitely.
CLAA championship. We'll talk about that a little later on. But also for you last year, I mean, what a season. You won the CLAA Player of the Year. You became the school's all-time leader in three-pointers made. You jumped into the top 10 for scoring. So what was that year like for you?
It was definitely great, besides, how the season ended and stuff. I will say that was definitely like one of my favorite seasons. Just accomplishing like individual goals that I had set for myself coming into Winston. So just seeing that come to light, come to fruition, it was just really great, honestly.
Yes, indeed. So you're a little over 400 points away from becoming the school's all-time leading scorer. So when that does happen, if it does happen this year, what do you think that feeling is going to be like for you?
Honestly, I don't want to keep saying a great feeling, but it's just gonna be out of this world. I know coming into Winston, I know that I had like individual goals, like I said, that I wanted to accomplish, and definitely being, the all-time leading scorer was definitely on my list. Coach Amaya even told me herself, he was like, you can definitely beat that record. So just having a coach that believes in me that much, and even having teammates saying that I can do the same thing is definitely a good feeling. Um, so if and when it does happen, I don't know. I think it's gonna feel like LeBron being all time leading scorer in the NBA to me personally,
Sure.
but yeah, just hoping and praying. Everything happens for a reason. So just waiting to this season. I think more so. I think I am focused on getting that ring. The individual accolades. That's cool and all, but if anything, I want the ring.
Oh yeah, for sure. I can respect that.
Yeah.
And I think you probably would have been a little closer. I think it was your sophomore year. You had a severe ankle injury, and your season was cut short. So I think you probably, the way you can fill it up, you probably would have had it or been pretty close to it by now already.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. The ankle
Uh,
injury, it took me out the rest of the second season, and then pretty much the end of the first season as well. Yeah, I stopped playing in early November.
yeah, because I think it said you only played 7 games that season. So yeah, it was
Mhm. Yeah.
unfortunate. So Coach Lamont, she's loaded y'all's non-conference schedule. Y'all are gonna play in some good classics against some good teams, and y'all are gonna play some of the best teams in Division Two. So how much are you looking forward to that smoke this season?
Definitely looking forward to it. I know Coach Mom was telling me even like over the summer and coming into like preseason, she did that on purpose. Um, as far as like having that many away games. I know like with the past couple of years we haven't, played well at away games. So she definitely scheduled a whole lot of those for this season just so that it help, prepare us, for the conference and stuff. But I'm definitely excited. I know there's a lot, that we look forward to during this upcoming season. So yeah, I'm definitely excited. We have our first game in a couple of days, and I know the girls we're pumped, we're ready. This is something that we've been talking about and waiting for since preseason. So, like I said, the season is here now, and we have nothing to lose. So
Yes, I love that. Y'all are gonna start this weekend at the Frostburg Classic to kick off the season. And then how much are you looking forward to spending Thanksgiving in Florida?
it this is actually going to be our second time where we've traveled. During the Thanksgiving break. Um, I'm glad we're going to a place that's a lot warmer than when we
Yes.
went to Alaska. I will say that. But definitely just looking forward to the tournament. I know it's going to be some great competition down there in Florida. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that. And then my birthday is actually on the 25th of November. So I think we do have a game that day as well. So this will be another year where I have to play on my birthday. So yeah, that's another great thing.
So you mentioned that. What was that like going to Alaska? The not was it last year or 2 years ago for Thanksgiving? What was that like?
I think
Okay, yeah.
it was great. I'll tell you what, it was a long flight, but it was really cold. But that was my first time, going to Alaska, of course. I will say that even though the games didn't turn out the way that we wanted to, I think that we had a great experience there. We did get to eat some Thanksgiving food. I think that was one of the things that we were worried about. Was like, are we going to eat some good food while we're there? But yeah, just overall great experience. I'm not sure I would go back only because it is cold down there.
Yes.
I like the cold personally, but it's something I would tell people. Oh yeah, I definitely went to Alaska before, so yeah, that was a really good time.
Most definitely. I see that I think the school did a vlog on it, kind of showing
Yeah,
y'all the experience. So that so that was very, cool to see the behind the scenes of what y'all got to do on your trip. So during CIAA Media Day, they did y'all a little dirty in these preseason rankings. How did you feel when you saw that they had y'all picked to finish seventh?
honestly, it was a surprise, and then again, it wasn't. I feel like with Winston, we get a whole lot of hate um just around like the athletics and whatnot. So I'm not surprised that they picked us seventh, but at the same time, it was very shocking knowing that we do have most of the returners coming back this year. Myself, Kennedy, Tanaya, even Aaron is going to be back. So it was kind of like a disappointment, but at the same time, it definitely fired us up during preseason. It was like, okay, now we know how they feel about us now. We just have to go out on the court and show them who we actually are and why we should not be picked seventh. So, um, I think it definitely got us ready. Coach Lamont was definitely fired up about it when she came back from Baltimore. She had a whole speech and everything before that first practice and everything. So I know she's definitely ready for the season along with Coach Mel as well. So just definitely looking forward to it.
Yes, indeed. You mentioned Kennedy Simmons. Both of y'all made the All CIAA backcourt team. So what makes Kennedy such a special player?
Mhm. Kennedy, she's definitely been that player. She's definitely been that player since high school. Just winning several state championships, and whatnot. So Kennedy is definitely a hooper, and it's definitely nice having her, on the court, being able to play with her. One thing about Kennedy, she's one of our, best defenders. She can definitely score the ball. She can shoot the three. She can drive and attack. She can do the pull up. She's a great free throw shooter. So Kennedy is like an all around player. Um, and it's definitely nice just having her not even on the court, but just off the court as well. And so yeah, I've definitely grown grown into just learning more about Kennedy and whatnot. And she's definitely not even just basketball wise, but she's a great student as well. So just having her here and being able to play with her, her last year, her senior year is just gonna be great. So yeah, I love Kennedy with all my heart.
I love to hear that. So Amaya, let's talk about what it's like to play in the Gain Center. I know last year, 8 of your 9 home wins, y'all just flat out blew out your opponents. It wasn't close. I remember even in one game, y'all went over 100 on one of your opponents. Uh, so, so what's it like playing in the Gain Center for y'all?
Oh wow, playing in games is definitely crazy. It's a great atmosphere. I really feel bad for the teams that have to come to games. I will say that from transitioning from high school to college, it was definitely different. One thing about Winston is we're going to support both the men and women's basketball team. In other schools, the women's team, they may not get that same exposure. They may not get the same.
Support.
Yeah, pretty much just like the men's team. So I think just having that at games is definitely good to see. Honestly, me, I love playing in the atmosphere like that. That's crazy. So it's nice to have the band there. You have the student section. The fans that come out, the the fraternities or sororities, the DJ, it's really dope, and I thrive off of environments like that.
Yes, indeed. And the fans love when y'all put on a show and y'all are just, rolling and, you're dancing, hitting threes. It's just,
Yeah,
it gets,
definitely.
it gets crazy in there. Um,
Yeah, I was gonna say they get me hyped. So yeah, I definitely feed off of their energy, and I know they definitely feed off of ours too.
oh yes, most definitely. So Maya, you talked about it earlier. I definitely hope we can send you out with a championship. So how badly do you want that first championship for the Lady Rams basketball program?
I want it so bad. This is one of the things I've wanted since my freshman year. I feel like we've had, the team to do it. It's just, we just have, different what's the word, different setbacks, whether it's like with injuries and stuff like that. But I really just want to be a part of the team that actually gets it done. The women's basketball team is the only team that hasn't won a championship at Winston. So I think that's like a chip on our shoulder that we have coming into this season. I feel like we have all the bits and pieces that we need to put everything together. We have the players, we have the coaching staff. It's just on us putting it out there on the court. Um, but yeah, I definitely want it. If there's anything that I want for this season, is definitely that a championship.
Most definitely. In the last couple of years, y'all just been so close. I've been thinking this a year, and then something always gets in y'all way, whether it's
Yeah.
injuries or y'all just played the wrong team at the wrong time. So I'm definitely thinking this year is going to be the year for sure.
Hmm.
Amaya, so also talk about it like with everything you went through during your career here at Winston State. The emotions that you would feel if this does happen.
If it does happen, I don't even know what I would do. I'll probably just start crying. I feel like not even myself. I know it's gonna be a whole lot of tears. It's just something that we've been working hard for. It's things that we've talked about it. You know, Coach would ask us, what do we want this year? As a team or individually. And I think everyone's answer was pretty much winning championship. So I think it's the fact that we know that we can do it. And I feel like if it was to happen, um, I don't know. I just feel like it's not even like a shocker because I feel like we know we can win a championship. I don't know. I think it's just gonna be just pure joy. Just knowing that we were the first to actually do it and get it done. So I'm really looking forward to it. I know we can accomplish a whole lot of things this year. Like I said, we do have the team to do it. Um, so yeah, it's just really all on us.
Yes, indeed. And I believe in you guys. I think, like I said, I think this is going to be the year for sure.
Yeah.
So to close out, Amaya, what do you think it's going to take for you guys to come back from Frostburg, Maryland, 2-0 in the Frostburg Classic this weekend?
I would definitely say it's going to take a lot of discipline. We're going to have to do the fundamentals. The teams that we're going up against, they are very fundamental. So I think with us, we really have to key in on our defense. I feel like this year we can score easily. You know, our problem isn't scoring. I think it's just going to be having to stop someone on defense. So I think if we, just do the things that we need to do, doing the little things like Coach says in practice was, communicating, not having a whole lot of turnovers, closing out with high hands. Both teams, they do have shooters and whatnot. So I think if we just focus on those things right there, just stay disciplined, stay together, play together, then I think we'll be okay.
Yes, indeed. And the Lady Rams, I'll have a link to their games in the bio on YouTube. But Friday they play at 3 o'clock against Frostburg, and then Saturday at 1 o'clock they'll play Salem. So definitely make sure we support our Lady Rams and our men's team this weekend. Amaya, I forgot to ask you, are there any other team goals and individual goals you have besides winning a championship and becoming the all-time leading scorer?
Um, I would say besides the championship as a team, I feel like we could be, first in the Southern Division. I'm not sure if we've ever did that since I've been here. I'm not sure about past years, but
I don't
definitely
think so.
first in the Southern Division. I think that we can definitely do that along with winning the championship. I would say individual. I feel like I've done everything that I've wanted to do. The last thing that I have on my list is being the all-time leading scorer. So that's all I have for individually.
Okay, I got you. And I definitely think it's going to be a strong possibility that you go back to back player of the years.
Yeah.
Because
yeah, definitely.
the way you can fill it up some nights, I think it's going to be fun. I'm going to enjoy every moment of this last season of yours because on nights when you have it rolling, it's just so fun to watch you play.
Sure,
Uh,
definitely.
so, Amaya, I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to join me on the show. It was an honor to have the GOAT on the show. And I want to say good luck to you and the Lady Rams this weekend and this season.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, indeed.
Can't prolong. I'm out of space in the ozone. In the spaceship, let it float on. Can't stop me now, I'm ready. Hold on. Big double large, rolls truck. Blow the dust out, get it back crunk. Going